All right, let's talk about something that can totally change the game for anyone learning English: pronunciation. We're going to dive right in and figure out how to get your speech sounding super clear and effective.
You know that feeling, right? It's so frustrating. You've got the vocabulary down, your grammar is solid, but when you actually speak, something's just not connecting. Well, that exact feeling is what we're going to tackle today.
So first things first, let's be clear about our goal here. It's not about sounding exactly like a native speaker or completely losing your accent. Nope, the real win is just clear, confident communication.
And this really gets to the heart of it. I mean, you can have this amazing library of words in your head, but if people can't understand them when you say them out loud, all that knowledge is kind of trapped. Good pronunciation, well, that's the bridge that lets all your great ideas get across to the person you're talking to.
Okay, so how do we actually build that bridge? We're going to get you set up with a simple 3-part toolkit. These are real, practical things you can start doing like right now to see some serious improvement. So here's the plan. First, we're going to tune up our ears. Then, we'll become our own personal speech coaches. And finally, we'll give our mouths a fun little workout. Let's jump into that first tool.
Step 1 is all about listening, but I mean really listening. It's not just about hearing the words. You want to pay attention to the music of the language. Listen for how specific sounds are made. Notice the rhythm, the beat, which words get stressed in a sentence, and then there's the intonation. That's the melody, the way your voice goes up and down to show you're asking a question or making a statement.
And after you listen, you've got to do the most important part. Imitate. Don't just repeat the words back. Try to copy the entire vibe. Seriously, think of yourself as an actor trying to nail a character's voice. It really helps build that muscle memory for new sounds and rhythms.
Now, this is super interesting because it points out a blind spot we all have. When you're in the middle of talking, you're so focused on what to say next that it's basically impossible to catch your own pronunciation mistakes. But when you record yourself and listen back, it's a whole new world. You can actually hear the little things and fix them one by one.
And that brings us to our third tool, which, believe it or not, is actually fun. Think of tongue twisters as a workout for your mouth. They're designed to be tricky, forcing your tongue and lips to get flexible and make shapes they're not used to.
Let's try one. I'll go slow. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, a little faster now. She sells seashells by the seashore. Come on, you try it. Saying this over and over again is an awesome way to train those mouth muscles to be clear and quick.
So we've gone over the tools, but there's one last thing that ties it all together. And it's not really a technique, it's more of a mindset. And honestly, it's the real key to making it all work.
This is just so important. Being afraid of messing up or sounding silly can totally freeze you up. It can stop you from even trying. But you have to remember, every single mistake is how you learn. The more you just go for it and practice, the better and more comfortable you're going to get.
So when you boil it all down, what's the #1 key to getting better? It's this, right here: confidence. Confidence is what lets you go out there and use your vocabulary. It's what lets you practice without worrying. It's the engine for your whole language learning journey.
And let's not forget why we're even doing this. At the end of the day, getting better at pronunciation isn't about getting a perfect score. It's about making conversations in the real world go smoothly. It makes talking to people easier, more effective, and just way more enjoyable for everybody.
So I'll leave you with this question. Don't put this off. Think about it right now. Maybe it's a word that's always been tricky for you, or one you just heard. What's the very first word you're going to practice with these new tools?